right, let's back up a bit and start fresh. It's truly an honor to have you guys here. You guys are legends in the world of, well, crime. I think our audience would love to hear what life has been like for each of you since the days we've all remember. CJ, why don't we start with you? Last we heard from your story was in 1992. You'd reclaimed Groove Street, dealt with the corrupt cops. All that chaos. What have you been up to since years?
Man, where do I even start? After all that went down in 92, I tried to keep things steady in Los Santos. My brother Sweet came home, and we together got the Grove Street families back on their feet. I got into some business ventures, opened a garage in San Fierro, had a share in a casino out in Los Venturas, even managed my boy Mad Dog's music career for a bit once he got back on top.
In the first place, remember what happened to that gig in
That's my dog!
Garage, casinos, music biz. Look at you, CJ, going all entrepreneurial on us.
Had to, homie. Can't be gangbanging on the block forever. I had to evolve. Plus, I wanted to legitimize things. Turn dirty money clean, you feel me? We were just dumb kids with guns in the beginning, but by the end, I had a stake in the real American dream.
That sounds like quite a journey. You essentially went from street gang member to a businessman.
A little bit of both, really. I never forgot where I came from. Even with the businesses, I was always checking on the hood. We cleaned up Grove Street, tried to keep the crack and bullshit out for good this time, invested in the community, opened a garage that gave jobs to homies who needed work, stuff like that.
That's incredible. So you used your, let's say, ill-gotten gains to do some good.
Had to make something positive out of all the mess I went through. A lot of folks I grew up with either ended up dead or locked up. I wanted to break that cycle if I could, even just on my block.
Admirable, CJ. It really is. What about you, Tommy? You pretty much owned Vice City by the end of 1986. What's life been like for Tommy Vercetti after he became the king of Vice?
The 1980s. What a time. After I took out the competition and my old boss, I did own Vice City. I had the mansion, the businesses, the entire city in my pocket. I ran that town like a well-oiled machine. Bought the Malibu Club, ran casinos, hotels, even a film studio. Don't ask. If there was money to be made in Vice, I was making it.
Even porn? I heard rumors about that film studio.
A businessman never divulges all his secrets. Let's just say I diversified. A lot.
Damn, so from drug lord to entertainment mogul, huh?
Like I said, I ran the city. Of course, as time went on, I had to adapt. The 90s rolled in with new challenges. New gangs trying to make a name, law enforcement got smarter. I couldn't be on the front lines like the wild old days, so I learned to delegate, put some trusted people in charge of various operations while I kept the empire running from behind the scenes.
And did that work out in the long run?
For a good while, yeah, I had a solid run. Hell, by the 2000s, I was semi-retired. I let the city run itself on my blueprint. I'd pop a guy here or there who stepped out of line, remind everyone who really held the keys to Vice City. But mostly, I was living the high life. Sun, sand, and an endless supply of cash. Could have been worse.
I'll say, going from prison to Liberty City to kingpin of Vice City in a few years. Talk about a success story.
Depends on your definition of success, but yeah, I made it to the top and stayed there. That's what counts.
Claude, you vanished from Liberty City after 2001. Once the dust settled from that cartel mess and Catalina departed, what have you been doing since then?
Keeping busy.
Keeping busy. Man of many words, I see.
Could you maybe expand on that, Claude? Any particular ventures or places you've been? People are curious since, you dropped off the radar.
I worked here and there, picked up contracts, mostly under-the-table stuff, stayed on the move. San Fierro for a while, Venturas, even overseas a bit, when things got too hot stateside.
Smart. Harder to have a target on your back if you don't stay in one place too long.
You in San Fierro? I ran a garage there around 92, 93. Guess we missed each other.
I wasn't looking to socialize.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, you've always been a lone wolf.
After Liberty City, who the hell was I gonna trust? I learned to operate solo and keep my mouth shut. Works pretty well. Mostly.
Hey, no judgment. You do you, partner.
So, Claude, would you say you're retired from crime? Or are you still active?
Guys like us don't really retire. We just take longer vacations between jobs.
Ain't that the truth?
Ha ha ha, preach!
It's fascinating. Each of you took a different path after your big, let's call them adventures. CJ, you went community and business. Tommy, you tightened your grip on a city, then eased back. Claude, you stayed in the shadows, doing what you do best. Now, one big question everyone's asking. How much money have you guys racked over the years? Come on, your viewers dying to know how rich CJ, Tommy, and Claude really are.
Yo, I ain't one to brag, but let's just say I got more green than all the Grove Street families put together, feel me? Ever since I took over businesses in Los Santos, San Fierro, co-owned a casino in Las Venturas and all that, my bank account stopped counting after the first few million. I mean, I went from hustling on Grove Street to owning garages, clubs, you name it. So yeah, I'm doing very well for myself. Money ain't a problem, dog.
Not bad, CJ. But Vice City's real kingpin is sitting right here. After I took out Diaz and took over his empire, I basically owned Vice City. I got businesses all over. The Malibu Club, Printworks, taxi company, even an adult film studio. The cash? Let's just say I could buy and sell this entire studio if I wanted. We're talking 8-figure territory, maybe more. I stopped counting after I filled up several vaults in my mansion.
Money comes and goes.
That's it? That's all you're gonna say, Claude? Money comes and goes? You were tearing through Liberty City's underworld. You must have made serious bank.
Enough.
Enough, he says. Man, a few words, huh? I guess Claude's not spilling numbers, but we all know he pulled off bank jobs and worked for the mob. He's likely sitting on a stack of cash, too.
Maybe he's just being modest. Or doesn't trust us with his net worth. Old habits, huh, Claude?
Alright. Clearly, all three of you are doing extremely well. No surprises there. Kingpins of your respective cities. Now, onto something our viewers went crazy over on TikTok. Last time, CJ mentioned his dream car, a Bravado Buffalo S, black and bulletproof. That clip blew up with nearly 100k views, so I gotta ask, are you still driving that, CJ? Tommy, Claude, what wheels are you guys burning rubber in these days? Fans want to know your rides.
Oh yeah, the Buffalo S. Black on black, bulletproof windows, the whole package. That beast has been my baby ever since I got it tuned up. I used to roll in a classic Greenwood back in the day, but now I stick to my Buffalo S. It's fast, tough, and can handle anything Los Santos throws at it. I mean, ballers can unload clips at me, and this bad boy doesn't even get a scratch. Bulletproof, remember? And yeah, Leroy, I'm still riding it. Grove Street style with a modern twist, you know what I'm saying?
That's one mean machine, CJ. How about you, Tommy? What's the Don of Vice City cruising around in nowadays?
I've got a garage full of cars, kid. Being the boss has its perks. But my favorite ride? Gotta be the Infernus, the classic one. You know, the sleek 80s supercar that screams luxury. I had access to one back in '86. Even my old pal Lance had a special white Infernus at my mansion after we reorganized Vice City. These days I keep an updated Infernus tuned to perfection. Candy red paint, custom engine, and yeah, maybe a little armor plating here and there. Can't be too careful. When I roll down Ocean Drive in that, everyone knows the Don is in town. Fast as hell, handles like a dream. And if I'm feeling nostalgic, I'll take a Cheetah for a spin. Love that classic sports car vibe. But the Infernus is my signature.
An Infernus, of course. You always did have style, Tommy. Now, Claude, your turn. In Liberty City, you were often seen jacking whatever car got the job done. But surely you have to have a go-to right now. What are you driving these days?
Banshee.
A Banshee, huh? Excellent choice. The classic two-door rocket. That was your ride back in Liberty City, right? I recall you grabbing a Banshee right out of a dealership in Staunton back in 2001. Red with a white stripe, as memory serves.
Still got one. Tuned it up. Very fast.
Man, the Banshee is cool and all, but I hope you put some armor on it. Those things go up in flames with a couple bullets if you're not careful.
And here comes Mr. Bulletproof Buffalo talking. CJ, that Buffalo of yours may stop bullets, but it ain't gonna stop a rocket. One good RPG and boom, that Buffalo's toast.
Hey, I said bulletproof, not rocket-proof, but it's fast enough to dodge your slow old-school rockets, Tommy. Don't underestimate Grove Street engineering.
Slow rockets? Ha! You haven't seen the hardware I can get my hands on. Besides, my Infernus will leave your heavy Buffalo in the dust on a straightaway. Armor's nice, but speed wins battles too.
Wins battles? Homie, in San Andreas, I learned sometimes you need a car that can take a hit. Speed's great till you hit a drive-by or a spike strip. My Buffalo can handle rough business. Off-road, shootouts, you name it. Your Infernus hits one curb and you'll be spinning out like it's an ice rink.
Excuse me? I've been driving sports cars since you were playing with cap guns, CJ. I can handle an Infernus just fine. Maybe you just don't know how to drive without training wheels and armor plating.
Training wheels? Listen here, Scarface. I was doing street races through Los Santos traffic while you were cruising on empty 80 streets. I can drive. I just like my car to survive World War III if it breaks out.
My Banshee would smoke both of you.
What? Excuse me?
I said, my Banshee is the fastest.
Is that a challenge, Claude? Because I got a drag strip out of Los Venturas where we could settle that real quick.
Line 'em up. I'll race you both anytime. Infernus versus Banshee versus Buffalo. We'll see who's eating whose dust.
Anytime. Anywhere.
Whoa, before you guys turn my studio into a racetrack, remember, we're indoors. Save the showdown for later. But damn, a freeway race between you would break the internet. Maybe we set that up for the future special.
I'm down. Just make sure to have paramedics on standby when Tommy's ego crashes along with his car.
Careful what you wish for, kid. You might be kissing my tailpipes at the finish line.
Mine.
Alright, we'll table the race for now. Let's cool it down before someone actually pulls out a rocket launcher. Speaking of which, since we're on the topic of blowing things up, here's a fun one. What's your favorite weapon of all time in GTA? I mean, each of you has handled some serious hardware. What's the one weapon you absolutely love to use in a fight, based on, your personal preferences and experiences?
Man, this is a tough one, because I've tried everything on the streets of San Andreas. But I gotta go with the trusty AK-47. That Kalashnikov never did me wrong. Reliable, powerful, and common enough in Los Santos that every baller and his mama had one. There's just something about the sound it makes when you open up on a rival gang. Music to my ears. I remember defending Grove Street with an AK in hand. Those Vagos and Ballers didn't stand a chance. It's my go-to for any serious showdown. Close second would be the Tech 9 for drive-bys, Grove Street style. But the AK's got the stopping power. Nothing says I mean business like spraying a wall of 7.62 millimeter rounds at your enemies.
A classic choice, CJ. As for me, I've always been partial to something with a bit more flair. Sure, I could say the M4 carbine. I used one to rip through waves of goons in my mansion back in '86. Or the Spaz 12 shotgun, which is so satisfying indoors. But if I'm honest, nothing beats the roar of a chainsaw up close and personal. You heard right. The chainsaw. I used one to send a message to a guy who betrayed my old boss, Diaz. And let's just say it got the point across real quick. There's something poetic about it. Loud as hell, messy, scares the life out of anyone on the wrong end. Of course, it's not my everyday carry weapon. Can't exactly tuck a chainsaw in your jacket. But man, if I need to make a statement, that's my favorite tool. For ranged fights, though, give me a Ruger or M4 any day. Still, chainsaw. Final answer. What can I say? I'm an old school guy.
A chainsaw, remind me not to get on your bad side, Tommy. That's both terrifying and on brand for you, actually. Claude, your turn. Favorite weapon? You were around during the early 2000s era of weaponry. What's the one you fancy the most?
Rocket launcher.
Oh damn, going big I see. Why I'm not surprised, the GTA rocket launcher is a classic. Any particular reason, Claude? Or does boom sum it up?
Boom.
I can vouch for that. My guy Claude here blew up a certain helicopter with one of those, if I recall correctly. Catalina, was it?
Easy there, you two. But yeah, a rocket launcher does end arguments real quick. I remember using one to take out some competition back in the day. There's no problem that high explosives can't fix, right?
Remind me to invest in a blast shield for the studio next time I invite you guys. But seriously, those choices are so telling. CJ picks the street-level classic, Tommy goes all slasher film, and Claude just blows everything sky high. I love it. Alright, this one might start World War III in here, but I have to ask, which Grand Theft Auto game was the best of yours? I mean, you each headlined the legendary installment. GTA San Andreas, CJ, GTA Vice City, Tommy, and GTA 3, Claude. All classics. But come on, deep down you've gotta feel yours was superior. So let's hear it. Which game was the greatest and why?
You even gotta ask? San Andreas, baby, no doubt. My game had it all. 3 cities, countryside, deserts, mountains, the whole state. We introduced so much. You could ride bicycles, fly jets, skydive with parachutes, even swim for God's sake. Yeah, I'm gonna throw shade. My 2 friends here couldn't even swim in their games. I was out there diving and exploring underwater, while these guys would sink like a rock if they touched a puddle. Plus, the soundtrack. All those early 90s hip-hop, rock, R&B tracks, straight fire. Not to mention the story. I took down corrupt cops, helped unite the hood, even did a heist in Las Venturas. We had gang wars, turf control, car customization, you name it. San Andreas is basically the GOAT of GTA. I mean, I might be biased, but ask anybody. My game's the one people still meme about. Oh shit, here we go again. That's me, iconic.
Hold up there, CJ. Sure, you had a lot of features, but sometimes less is more, my friend. Vice City, my game, defined an era. We brought the 1980s to life, baby. Neon lights, beaches, fast cars, and faster life. People still talk about our soundtrack, too. All the legendary 80s songs, from pop to rock to power ballads. And style? Nobody beats Vice City's style. Hawaiian shirts, pastel suits, the whole Miami Vice vibe, that was us. We had motorbikes first. We introduced real voice acting for the protagonist. You're welcome, CJ. I paved the way there. Our story was basically a homage to Scarface and crime epics, and I talked through it, made people care about a gangster climbing to the top. Sure, San Andreas had a big map, but Vice City had soul. And let's not ignore, if it weren't for my game's success, yours might not have even been made as ambitious as it was. We set the template of what a GTA could be beyond the original. Oh, and CJ, swimming? I didn't need to swim. Who the hell wants to swim in those gator-infested swamps? I had yachts and speedboats for that, kid.
All I'm hearing is that you too scared of water, Tommy. But seriously, yeah, you had style, I'll give you that. Vice City was pretty, but it was also kinda small. 2 islands, I could drive across your whole map in a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, in San Andreas, you take a plane from Los Santos to Las Venturas, that's a real journey. Bigger isn't always better, but in our case, it was. We just had more to do.
Quality over quantity, CJ. Vice City was tight, focused, unforgettable. You ask folks about their favorite GTA moments, a lot of them are going to say driving down Ocean Drive at night listening to Billie Jean, or that final mansion shootout with Tommy. We made moments.
True, but we made legends. I had the jetpack, man. Did you have a jetpack? Didn't think so.
Ugh, the damn jetpack. Fun, sure, but a bit cartoonish, no? We kept it grounded in my day. Mostly. Okay, aside from, fighting off an army of dudes in pastel suits with a chainsaw. But that's grounded enough.
Oh, right. We haven't heard from the Liberty City's silent protagonist yet. Claude, what do you think? Which game was best?
GTA 3. Mine. The first 3D era. We started it.
I mean, he's got a point. GTA 3 revolutionized everything. If Claude hadn't set the stage in Liberty City, none of us would be here.
True. I remember when Grand Theft Auto 3 hit. It was groundbreaking. Dark, gritty, gave you a whole 3D city to play in. We owe a lot to that.
But come on, Claude. No offense. Your game was legendary for its time, but comparatively, Liberty City in 2001 was a bit limited. No bikes, no flying, and the radio stations? Great. But Vice City and San Andreas took it up a notch. Also, and I gotta say it, your guy never even said a word.
Didn't need to. Action spoke.
I kind of respect that. Let's be real. Claude was the strong, silent type who let his guns do the talking. It worked for him.
So are we declaring a winner here? Or are you guys gonna agree to disagree?
Look, I always ride for San Andreas. Best game, best story, best everything, in my humble opinion.
And I'll forever say Vice City was the peak. The vibe was unmatched.
Liberty City, GTA 3, is the classic. Without it, no others.
The man's not wrong. Without GTA 3's success, we wouldn't have Vice or San Andreas at all. So props to you, Claude. But I still think San Andreas is where Rockstar really hit the jackpot.
They're all great in their own way. It's like asking someone to pick the best slice of pizza. Everyone's got their favorite flavor.
Well said. Actually, each of your games defined a generation. 2001 gave us GTA 3 Liberty City, dark and gritty. 2002 gave us Vice City's neon 80s. 2004 brought San Andreas. 90s West Coast saga. All groundbreaking. Maybe it's best to leave it at that before you three draw guns over video game ratings. Okay, before this devolves into a brawl, let's move on to a lighter note, or maybe a spicier one. So, fans have been curious about this. What's going on in your personal lives? Any special lady or guy? Hey, it's 2025, we don't judge. We know how things went in game. CJ had a few girlfriends, Tommy had some interesting encounters in Vice City, and Claude? Well, we'll get to that. Give us the scoop. Are you dating anyone, married, or happily living the single high life?
Man, y'all getting real personal, huh? All right, I'll bite. You know I was a bit of a player back in the day. In San Andreas, I had, 6 girlfriends? Yeah, I was juggling more relationships than I had safe houses. Denise, Helena, Michelle, Katie, Barbara, Millie. I showed all them ladies a good time. Of course, that was partly biz. I had to get that key card from Millie for a heist, for example. But anyway, since those days, I've settled down a little. I'm not married or anything, but I've been steady with my girl Denise from Grove Street for a while now. Yeah, the same Denise who was with me since the start. We rekindled things. She keeps me grounded, you know? We got a little place in Ganton, away from all the madness. It's not always perfect. I still mess up sometimes. And she'll go, CJ, you out there chasing tail again? But we have an understanding. And hey, I've been staying out of the Badlands if you catch my drift. No more Catalina types for me. Speaking of which, actually, funny story. I did have this crazy ex-Catalina. We had a wild fling out in the countryside. Robbed a few places, but she was too crazy even for me. She ended up leaving me for some silent type from Liberty City. Good riddance. That woman was trouble. Anyway, these days, I'm trying to live clean with Denise. Maybe one day I'll put a ring on it. Who knows? But for now, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Wow, CJ, never thought about you as the relationship kind of guy. But that's awesome. Good for you. And Denise. Now, Tommy, what about you? You were pretty popular with the ladies in Vice City. If I recall that Casablanca ending scene at your mansion with Mercedes hinted at something. Spill the beans. Who's warming the Dawn's bed at night?
You don't miss a thing, do you, Leroy? Well, it's true. I had my share of fun in the Vice City days. That city was full of beautiful women who all seemed to dig the whole hotshot gangster in a Hawaiian shirt thing. Mercedes Cortez, for one, the colonel's daughter. We had a bit of a spark, you could say. She was hanging around my mansion a lot after we took over. Let's just say Mercedes and I enjoyed each other's company quite a bit, casually. Nothing official. The old man Cortez trusted me to look after her, so I mostly behaved. And of course, who could forget Candy Sucks, that adult film star I convinced to work for my film studio. Candy was, well, very friendly. Perks of owning a porn studio. You meet interesting people. But that was then. In the years since, I've kept my personal life low-key. I never married. Too much baggage with my line of work. I mean, how do you explain to a wife that you might get into a firefight on the drive home? Instead, I've had a few on and off relationships. Mercedes still comes by the Vercetti estate once in a while. We share a bottle of good wine by the pool. Reminisce about old times. She's a classy lady now. Runs an art gallery if you can believe it. As for currently, let's just say there's someone I've been seeing. But I like to keep that private. She's not in the business. Totally legitimate girl. Smart, beautiful, and I kind of want to protect her from, well, the darker side of what I do. So I won't name her here. But yeah, Tommy Vercetti's heart isn't completely made of stone. There is a lucky lady, and I treat her real nice. Candlelit dinners at my mansion, trips to the Bahamas on my yacht. I can afford to splurge. Just know, I ain't the total lone wolf people think I am. I got a soft side. I just hide it so my enemies don't try to exploit it.
That's surprisingly sweet, Tommy. Who knew the butcher of Ocean Beach could be romantic? Just kidding. Happy to hear you've got someone special, even if you're keeping it under wraps. Now, Claude, this is a tough one. Your love life, well, it kind of famously went up in flames, almost literally. Catalina betrayed you in GTA 3 and, yeah, took care of business at the end. And poor Maria, we never did find out what happened after that gunshot in the final cutscene. So, is there anyone in your life right now? Or have you sworn off relationships for good?
No comment.
Oh, come on, Claude. Give us something. You can't leave all of your fans guessing. Have you at least gone on a date in the last decades?
Trust issues.
Can't blame you there, man. Catalina really did a number on you.
Women in my life ended badly.
That's fair, Claude. You've been through the ringer. No one's gonna force you to open up, but hey, you never know. Maybe someday, especially someone will break through that tough exterior. If anyone can get you to speak in full sentences, that's it.
Maybe.
For what it's worth, Claude, I learned not to completely shut the door. We're criminals, sure, but even guys like us might find someone crazy enough to love us. I mean, look at CJ. If he can do it, anyone can.
Hey, watch it, Tommy. But yeah, Claude, trust me, even a hard dude like you might meet a ride-or-die chick someday. Just, make sure she doesn't have a history of shooting her boyfriends, eh? No more Catalinas.
Agreed.
Well, I appreciate the honesty, guys. We went from talking about blowing stuff up to pouring our hearts out. That's depth right there. Who knew a bunch of former criminals could be so darn relatable? This has been one hell of a discussion. Money, cars, firepower, the age-old question of whose story was the best, and even a peek into your love lives. I gotta say, having CJ, Tommy, Claude together in one room has been a blast and a privilege. You three are absolute legends of the game. The fans are loving this crossover, and quite frankly, so am I. Before we wrap up, any final words of the fans for the fans watching? A message to each other? Keep it civil-ish.
Yo, much love to everyone watching. Remember, follow your dreams, keep your family close, and don't be a buster. And to my two pals here, Tommy, Claude, y'all ever want to come to Los Santos? I'll show you around. Maybe introduce you to some real West Coast G's. Just leave your rockets at home, alright?
Thanks to the fans for sticking with us all these years. And kids, don't do what we did. Or if you do it smarter. CJ, I might take you up on that LS tour. If you come to Vice City for a vacation, I'll show you how we party in the 305. Claude, you can tag along too. Just practice saying more than 3 words at a time, huh?
Watch it, Tommy. That was 2 words. Actually, thanks to the fans. Enjoy life. That's all.
Fellas, the news millions have been waiting for, Grand Theft Auto 6 is on the way. Tell me straight, how do you feel about the GTA 6 coming out finally?
Oh, shit. Here we go again. Man, Leroy, that's the first thing that popped into my head when I heard. But for real, I'm hyped and curious. I just hope they don't forget the roots, the hoods, the families, the gangs, the blocks like Grove Street. I've always stood up for my set, and I want to believe the new protagonists are going to have that same kind of loyalty. 10 years waiting? That's a long damn time. People out here starving for a new GTA, so I'm happy for the fans. Finally, something fresh. Just please don't bring back that damn train mission. I still have nightmares about it. Bottom line, I can't wait for GTA 6, but San Andreas will always have my heart.
Man, everybody remembers the train mission. Appreciate it, CJ. Now, Tommy, Mr. Vice City himself, what's your take? Rumor has it GTA 6 might bring us back to a modern Vice City.
First off, Vice City is my city. 1986, neon lights, I built an empire there. And if these new kids in GTA 6 think they can run wild in my town, they better tread carefully. See, I didn't get softer with age. I can't stand when people mess with my legacy. Sure, I'm curious what the new crowd is gonna do. Probably playing with their toys. Smartphones, drones, social media. Back in my day, we handled business the old way. A pistol and a payphone. If they think they can top the chaos I caused in Vice City, go ahead. I'll just laugh. Deep down, yeah, I'm glad the city's back on the map. But if Rockstar don't show proper respect to the name Vercetti, there's gonna be problems. So yeah, mixed feelings. Excited, but don't be surprised if I fly down there to keep order myself.
A stylish warning from Tommy Vercetti, got it. And finally, Claude, you're famous for keeping it quiet, but what's your take on GTA 6? What do you think of the news? Ha! Claude stays true to form. No words, just that ice-cold stare. I think that stare says it all. Looks like he's watching. In his own way. Quiet but deadly serious. Everyone's got their own reaction, and that one, well, it's pure Claude. Alright fellas, before we wrap up, here's your chance. Look straight into the camera and speak directly to the fans watching. What do you want to say to the players out there as GTA 6 approaches?
Yo, brothers and sisters, it's CJ talking to you. Remember, no matter who the new heroes in GTA 6 are, never forget your roots. Always stand by your family, your set, the way I stood for Grove Street. GTA 6 is gonna be crazy, but don't sleep on the classics. San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City, that's our history. Play hard, play wild. That's the real GTA spirit. Explore every corner, make every street your own, and big respect to all the fans. Y'all made us legends. Grove Street for life, baby! Ha 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 ha!
This is Tommy Vercetti talking. Listen up. All you itching to jump into GTA 6, you're about to get your shot. A city of crime and opportunity is waiting for you. But here's some advice from the old school. Keep your head cool and don't settle for less. In this life, virtual or real, you take what's yours and remove anyone in your way. I see this new generation loves chaos. Fine, then show them what real chaos looks like. Just remember one word: respect. I started with nothing and became king of Vice City, and I never let anybody spit on my back. If you're stepping into my city in GTA 6, be ready to play by my rules, or don't play at all. Good luck. You'll need it. And one more thing. Don't stick your nose into Vercetti family business if you want to keep breathing.
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Well, damn, ladies and gentlemen, Claude just said a whole sentence, and honestly, I don't think you could put it any better. Short and cold and straight to the point. On that note, we're wrapping it up. Big thanks to our guests, CJ, Tommy Vercetti, and Claude. You guys brought the heat today. And thanks to everyone watching. GTA 6 is coming out soon, and like Claude said, keep your mouth shut and keep your eyes open.